애터미의 선장
Captain of the Atomy, Chairman Park Hang-gil, have traveled all over the world and the global branches and came here. Please welcome it with a round of applause.
함께 소리 질러.
Let's make some noise.
예, 大家好. 예, 방금 중국에서 돌아왔습니다.
I just came back from China.
지난해 11월부터
From last November, for the past 7 months, I've traveled abroad, and I think I visited the global branches for about 4 months. Please pop up the keywords.
그래서 지금 제가 현장을 다니면서 확인한 것은
I visited a lot of branches, and I found out that Atomy is at a mere beginning.
받고 왔습니다. 이제 가장 최근에 다녀온 곳이
Recently, I visited China.
1만 5천석.
Over 15,000 participants gathered, and the tickets were like immediately sold out.
회장님 3명 자리만 좀 구할 수 없나요?
Someone told me that please give me 3 seats.
그런 것 좀 하지 마세요.
So I said, don't make that kind of request because I'm a really busy person. And I got a lot of pleas, so I told the branch manager to give me 3 tickets. Anyways, for me, that kind of pleases were made. So like from that, we can see that the seats were not enough to accommodate all the people. We have one partner from Xinjiang Uyghur, and some of them couldn't take the flight, so they need to drive for 4 days and 3 nights in order to attend the Success Academy.
그러니까 여러분들 오늘 10시간 이상 운전하고 오신 분 여기 아무도 없잖아요.
I think none of us here drove for over 10 hours today. So I think you guys are kind of lucky that you don't need to drive for over 10 hours in order to get here.
지금 애터미가 전 세계적으로
Anyways,
다시 중진기고 떨쳐 일어나
Atomy is now quantum jump globally,
그런 현장을
and we're now rise again, raise the flag, and play the drums. I want you all go global. And let me tell you how we could do that. You don't need to go abroad. If it is possible, you could go abroad, you could travel abroad. But in the domestic arena, there are a lot of foreigners. You need to talk to them. And once you're starting dialogue with that kind of foreigner, you could go global. There are some people who have a bigger foreign overseas line. There are someone who have really bigger line in Korea, not going abroad. So I think the important thing is to have an expectation. Atomy is now rewriting the history of the network marketing.
네트워크 마케팅의 역사가 문제가 없으면 새로 쓸 이유가 없겠죠.
We don't need to rewrite the history if there's no problem, but sometimes the network marketing is being blamed by other people, and we sometimes are rejected by people. And I try to find out the reason. I analyze it, and I decided to make the most respectable business. And that's why I decided to rewrite the history of the network marketing, and I started Atomy under that vision. What are the problems of the network marketing? We are selling the quality product at a lower price. But if we did it, there might have been no problem. But the seeds, for example, the price of the seeds were doubled or tripled, and sometimes we need to bother other people because we need to sell some product, some unnecessary products. So sometimes people rejected to use our product. So Atomy decided to sell only the necessary products. That's why we are focusing on the necessity: toothpaste and toothbrushes, cosmetics, health functional foods.
애터미를 만나기 전부터 사용을 했거나
All of
또
these
필요를
products
느꼈던
are
그런
the one
것들이다
that
하는
you've
겁니다.
used
그런데
before
이런
and you
제품을
always need in your daily
애터미에서만
life.
팔고 있는 것이 아니고
But the problem is
다른
that
곳에서도
not
판다
only
하는
Atomy
거예요.
but also
예를
other
들면
network
샴푸.
marketing companies are
물론 파는 게
also
아니에요. 백화점
selling
가도
that
있고
product. For
할인매장
example,
가도 있고 인터넷
shampoos are being
쇼핑몰 가도
sold
다
at the
있는 거예요.
department store,
그러면
online store,
이
discount
샴푸를
store, and so on.
파는데
And let's say
할인매장이나
that
또 인터넷 쇼핑몰보다도
compared
더
to the
좋은데
discount store and department store, the product of Atomy needs to be better.
문제가
If
없어요.
we
여러분, 요두 가지가
do
돼야
it,
되는
there might
거예요.
be no problem. So we need to keep this two principle. First one, the necessity need to be at be sold at an affordable price, but it should be really qualified. And then if you introduce this product to other people, it will automatically sold. Let's say that it's really affordable and it's really quality, and that the necessity will just automatically sold.
여러분들이
will be sold.
처음에는 그런 부분들에 대해서 이렇게 팔려고 달라들면요, 여러분도 부담스럽고 사는 사람도
If you're just focusing on
부담스러워할 수가
selling the
있어요.
product and like increasing the number of the sales, you might be frustrated very soon. So don't try to sell the product to other
우리는
people.
애터미는 파는 비즈니스가 아니에요. 다른
Atomy
사람들한테
business is not
팔로
about
파는
selling.
비즈니스가 절대 아니에요. 그런데 여러분들이 싸고 좋은 생필품은 누구든지 한 사람한테는 팔 수 있어. 한 사람.
And you could sell this kind of necessity to one person, that is yourself.
어차피 다른 사람들이 내한테 팔아먹고 부자 됐단 말이에요. 할인 매장도 부자 되고
Like discount
쇼핑몰도
store
부자 되고, 백화점도
sold
부자
this
되고
kind of
다
product to you and they make money, and
당신들 부자 만들어준 거 그만하고
stop
내가
making them
나한테
rich.
팔겠다.
Start making yourself
정말
rich.
생필품인데 싸고 좋아.
And the necessities are really affordable and it is really quality, and in that way it is much easier for you to sell the product to yourself.
바보만 아니면은 다
So
할
if
수
you're
있어요.
not an idiot,
바보도 할 수 있어.
you could do Atomy business. You could sell the product to yourself.
근데 내가 내한테만 팔아가지고 무슨 돈이 되냐 이거예요.
And how you could make money by selling the product to yourself. First of all, you need to make the profit by consuming. If it is really affordable and it is really good, it might be profitable to you. If you use only Atomy product, you could save 200,000, 300,000, or 1 million Korean won a month.
그렇기 때문에 여러분들은 소비자로만 하더라도 일단 이익이 있는 거예요.
That is why I say
그런데
just by remaining, just by becoming a consumer, you can get some benefit.
다른 사람한테
And
팔지 마. 너
but
못 팔잖아.
you can also tell your friends.
나도 나한테만
You don't
팔면
have to sell it to others. You have to, all the things that you need to do is to sell the product only to yourself. Don't sell the product to others. What should you do? Just give them some information. Don't try to sell products. This is the information-based society where you can make money by providing information. If you give someone an information, but if that person doesn't really accept that information, that is not a loss for you. So what you need to do is just to give information. For some people, it can be very helpful, and there are some people who was looking for that information.
금리가 올라가죠.
Today we have higher interest rate, and that is because the government has gave a lot of money to the market, and this is not a good thing. For example, if later on, if the government says that they will give away some money to you, then don't give your vote for them, because if the government put a lot of money to the market, then that would mean inflation. And the US, they have interest rate of about 5%. And I really want to have a saving in the US. Why is it that they are raising interest rates so fast? Why? Only for one reason. That is the purpose is to control inflation, because inflation is very when it goes up, it goes up like very crazy. It shows a very crazy rise. And the reason why a lot of economists says that the government needs to raise interest rate is because this is the best way to control inflation, and because of the COVID-19, the government put a lot of money in the market, and you got some government money, and you might think that this is plus for you, but it is not actually, and you lost even more in a very indirect way, and you lost a lot of money. So would you get that money from the government? Don't do that. Don't receive that kind of money. Do not give your vote to that kind of politicians, and that is called populism. And that's the wrong direction for a country. And we have higher interest rate and higher inflation rate, and everything is going up. And people still have the same level of income, and they are running out of money, and they need more income. So this is a highly intensive, industrialized society. So we are having a smaller number of jobs, and because of factory automation and robot-based automation, they don't need human labor anymore. But of course, some kind of judgment should be done by human, but they are also replaced by AI computers. So we are growing, but we are not getting more income. This is called income-less growth. This is the era that where we are living at. So do you think we have a lot of people finding jobs? Yes, we do. Our Atomy business is very interesting and fantastic. It's not that the reason why many people are doing this business. It is not because they are doing this. It's because they're not doing Atomy business, not because it is fantastic and interesting. That's not true. But you still need to do Atomy business. Why? Even if it's not very easy, not very fantastic for you, you still have a lot of people who would come to your downline. There are a lot of people trying to find that kind of jobs. Everyone or some part of them? Not everyone. But there are still some people who are looking for this kind of job. And some other people, they believe they don't really like this kind of work. But some others, they love this job. For example, some people are very nervous when they are told they have to sing in front of many people. But some others, they really like singing in the stage. So you might feel that Atomy business is not your job, but you still need to do that. And what you need to do is to find those who are very, very passionate and who love talking to people. So you need to find that kind of person and people and talent. And how? You need to talk to a lot of people. When you are doing business, do you feel like your partners are working very hard, and they are very kind, and they are very talented, and you don't have to support them and help them? That's your hope, right? That's your hope, and that is not your reality. Do you think many people are having that kind of partners? No way. Then should you try to change that not very passionate person? But people don't change. Look at your children.
안 바뀌어.
Do they change? No.
여러분들을 여러분
No
부모님들이
way.
얼마나
And you
바꿔보려고
also
했는데,
didn't
여러분
change
선생님들이
despite
얼마나 바꿔보려고
all
했는데,
the effort
그게 안
by your
바뀌었잖아,
parents and
지금.
teachers. You are still
그러니까
the
사람 안
same
바뀌어요.
person, so people don't change.
저는 학교를 만들어 가지고 교육을 하고 있지만은
I am
학생들 안
providing
바뀐다고
education for kids
안
and
바뀌어요.
students, but I don't think they
바뀌는 것은 딱 두
would
가지가
change.
있어.
There are only two things that can change.
이제 현재 있는 사람을 바꾸려고 하지 말아요.
Don't try to change
그런데 체질인 사람은 있을까 없을까?
your
있어.
partner.
이런 거를
But there are
잘
still
체질이고
some
막
people
전
who
세계로 막
love this kind of job
계획서
and they
세워가지고
have
막
great
혼자
plan and they
움직이고
are
내가
trying
얘기해주면
to
도리어 깎아내고
go
제가
outside
알아서
Korea
하겠습니다.
and
이런
they
사람.
would
다른
say,
사람 신경 쓰세요.
I
이런
have
사람
my
얼마나
own
좋아요.
plan.
아유,
You don't have to
제가
take care
열심히
of
해서 선생님
myself.
도움되게
And
해드리겠습니다.
they
저는
would
그것이
say, I
기쁨입니다.
will
이런
do it
사람도
by
있다니까요.
myself and it's
그런데
my
그런
pleasure to
사람을
help
현재
you,
있는
sponsor.
파트너로
There is that
변화시켜가지고
kind of
만들려고
person,
하면
but
안
if you
돼요.
try to change your
어떻게 해야
own
돼?
existing
그런
partner
사람을
to that
찾아내야 돼.
kind of person, that doesn't really work. What should you do? You should
찾아내는
find that kind of
방법은요.
person. How?
진주 조개잡이밖에 없어요.
You should
그러니까
find
모든 조개 안에
a lot
진주가 다
of
들어 있으면요.
people,
진주는 보석이 아니에요.
and let's say every com
누구한테 비싸게
has
찾아낸 진주를 사가냐고.
pearl,
누구든지
then
다
that
그거를 가지고
means
있는데.
Paul is no longer
그래서
a precious
진주 조개 안에
jewel.
모든 진주에 진주가 안 들어 있는 것이
The reason
다행이야.
why Paul
그래서 내가
is very
진주잡이
precious is
직업을 가질 수가
because
있는 거예요.
not every not every shell has
정말
the
귀하고
pearl.
비싼 진주를
Natural
찾아내는
and
방법은
precious pearl,
여러분들이
if you
그냥
want to
물속에
find them
들어가서
very
한
a lot,
송곳니 조개를 잡아가지고
then
와가지고
you need to
바닷가에서 아무
find,
생각 없이
you need to
까봐.
catch a lot of
보면은
shells, and
그게
you need to
진주가
open them,
들어있는
and then
조개가 있다.
as you open
안
a
들어있으면
lot of shells, you
버려.
can find
왜 바다는 넓고 조개는 많아?
some pearls.
세상은
And if
넓고
you
사람은 많아.
find the shell
그러니까 여러분들
as
그 깎아먹으면
shell
다 버려.
empty, then what should you do?
버려버려.
Just
근데 말은 그렇게 하지 마. 말은 그렇게 하지 마.
Give up.
속으로 버려 속으로.
just throw that
속으로
away.
버리면서
And those impassionate
말로는,
partners,
아유,
throw them away.
성령님, 제가 최선을
But you should
다하겠어요.
not
못 도와줘서 미안해요.
tell them,
그러면서 나는
I will do my
틀렸어.
best to help you in front of them, but in your deep heart, you would say, you tell yourself, I will find another person. And that way, you would not hate them because you just, you anyway, do him away. So it is very thankful for him to be a consumer, and they are still there, and they are still coming to our event, and you would be very thankful. And in front of them, you should say, I will help you, but in your deep heart, you should throw them away. That is the best way for you to be very calm.
리더들 자꾸 할 때요. 다 기대를 했겠어요?
Do you think I expected a lot for every leaders? Actually, for the imperials and crown leaders, I didn't really expect a lot from them. And my deep heart, I just thought, he cannot succeed. So you should do the same thing. We have a lot of people out there, so you should not stress yourself out because of certain people in your group. Rather than that, you should go outside and find some people. You should not try to become very you should not try to persuade someone. It doesn't depend on you. It depends on the person you talk to. Recently, I ride bicycles, and there are many people who don't have any job anymore, who are retired, and they love to talk to many people. Of course, there are some people who just walk alone, and they don't really like to be talked to by anyone. So you should not talk to them. So you should just talk to those who are very welcoming. And you should say, your skin, I love your skin. I love your clothes. This is the good weather. So you can say anything. What are you doing? I'm doing Atomy business. What do you do? And I also want to do a leader because this is my job. I really hope someone can create a company like Atomy. I was riding bicycles because my bicycles are very expensive. So someone asked me about the bicycles, and I had a Atomy product, and he said, "Oh, you are having Atomy," and he is a engineering major. He majored in engineering, and he is a professor. And he said, I know Atomy, and I asked how come, and he said the company does missionary work, and it turns out that he is Christian. And I said, I am the chairman of Atomy, and he said, oh really? And he's not actually the member of Atomy. Isn't it a really good opportunity? If I am a leader, I would recommend Atomy to him. And he asked me about the price of my bicycles, and he said, I cannot buy that based on my salary. And I can say, you can do that. If you become an imperial master at Atomy, you can buy 10 bicycles like these. So the story can go like this. You should not ring the bell. You should not go to door, but you have a lot of places where we can find those people who are taking a walk, and there are tons of shells. So I recommend you to meet 100 people every day, but you should not think I will find a pole. You should not think like that. You should just try to talk to 100 people. It's okay, even if you don't really sell anything. And as you are doing, and as you are talking to so many people, you would naturally find those the perfect person, the right person. And those people would say that I was looking for this kind of opportunity, and I used to run a restaurant, and I closed the restaurant, and later on I wanted to start this kind of business. But if you talk to that person at that timing, then you can find that pearl. It is really hard to find the one person being registered. So you would think a lot, which point should I talk about first? You might think a lot, but if you try to talk to 100 people, then it will not make you tired. Because you can take it easy. You should not try to change someone, but don't throw them away, but try to talk to them, but don't pay too much attention. Just take it easy. And
불타는 사람들이
there are some people who become very passionate only by listening to your information, and they would say, I was looking for this kind of business. I want to become imperial last year.
혼자 불타버리는 사람들이
They are
있다는
so
거예요.
passionate by
그러니까
themselves.
냉랭한 사람,
Those who are not
그
that
사람들 때문에
passionate,
여러분들이 속을 끌지 마.
you should not
아셨죠?
stress yourself
네,
out because of
썩이는
those people.
그 냉랭한
Those
친구들이
cold-minded people,
많잖아, 그냥.
there are tons of
속으로
those kind of
버려버려야 돼.
people around you, and you should throw them away
그래서
in
여러분들이
your
그런
deep heart.
사람을 찾아내는 거예요.
So you
그래서
should find the
여러분,
right
진짜
person.
천연 다이아몬드는요,
Those natural diamonds,
만들어지는 게 아니에요.
they are not made.
찾아내는 거예요.
They are found.
그러니까 흙을 털어봐야 돼.
You
다이아몬드
should try to
흙을 털어본다는 게 뭐냐면은
see,
이런
look
세미나에
at
가보자.
those diamonds and see
가보자.
if
계속
they are
얘기하는
diamond
거예요.
or not.
근데 여러분,
So
사람은
how should you do?
사람의
Let's go
말에는요,
to this
능력이
kind
있어요.
of seminar. You
그렇기
have a
때문에
really good
말을 그냥
ability
이렇게,
by talking to
쉽게
someone,
쉽게 던지세요.
which means if you
그래도요,
talk to many people
말을 가지고요,
like several
사람들은
times, then
계속
that
곱씹어요.
your
그러니까
words
이렇게
will become
한번
very
얘기를
powerful.
했더니
Your
안 간다고
words
그래.
will make
한번
people
물건 써보라고
keep
했더니 안
thinking.
쓴다고 그래.
You will say,
그게
try this
내가
item
안 쓴다고
and
그러니까 내가
try
너에게
and come
재료가
to
된 게
this
아니에요.
seminar. And if they don't
자,
buy
제품
the
써보라고
item,
했어요.
if they don't
가보자고
come to the
그랬어요.
seminar and they say
그러면은
no,
그 사람
then that
마음속에
doesn't mean
예를
your
들면 한번
effort
얘기를 했더니
became
한
zero,
3분의
resulted
1쯤은
in zero.
가볼까?
They would say
에이, 3분의 1은
no, but
에이, 괜히 끌려가가지고 시간
like
없는데.
one third
이렇게
of them
생각하고
would say,
또
oh,
한번 던졌더니
I can go there,
또 3분의
but
2쯤은
no. And
진짜
2/3 of
가볼까?
them
에이.
would say it's a
그러다가
waste
세
of
번째
time.
딱 얘기를
And
하면은
if you say twice and third times,
말똥이지.
and they would
네 번째
would
얘기를 했더니
more
자,
likely, they would be
그러면은
more
첫
likely
번째
to
얘기
come.
했던
4
얘기가
times more likely, even more
제로예요?
likely.
아니면
So
3분의 1이라도 일을
when
했어요.
you sat
일을
for the
한
first
거예요.
time, that first
그래서
words,
여러분들은 계속
invitation,
말을 주변 사람들한테
the result is
던지는데
not actually zero.
자, 기존
That first
사람들한테
word
던지는 것도
actually
중요해요.
worked very well.
계속해서 반복하는 거.
So you need to
그다음에 또
repeatedly
하나
talk
중요한
to
것은
those
새로운
people you
사람을 계속해서
used
찾아내라
to
하는
talk
거예요.
to. And another one is
그러니까
that you need to
여러분들이
find those new people. You need to keep finding new people as
오늘
well.
100명을 내가 얘기를 하겠다는 목표를 정하세요.
So you should set the goal to talk
100명한테
to
얘기를 하겠다.
100
그럼
people
뭐
today.
상가를 다니면서 막
So if you go to some
안녕하세요,
stores,
뭐
you
이렇게
can
막
ask,
던져보고
do you know Atomy?
100명이나 오늘 해야 되는데
And 100
1분,
people,
2분도
right?
뭐
1 minute,
아까운
2
거예요.
minutes.
그러니까
You
이게
should not
반응이
waste
안
them.
나오면은
So
버려버려.
if the response is not very
그리고 다음에
good, then throw them away. And next time you can go there and talk to them. If you go there 10 times and 20 times, then they,
거기서
what
얼굴이 익혀져
what
갖고
they
유명한
say,
사람이 되는 거예요.
they would
저
believe
사람은
that they are
매일
very,
이러면서
you are very
어떻든지 간에
famous.
여러분들이
They would
계속해서
recognize you.
반복해서 얘기하는
So you
것이
should
필요하다
repeatedly
하는
talk
것입니다.
to many people.
그리고 하루에 100명
And
정도를
100
새로운
people
사람한테 계속
every
얘기하다 보면은
day. When you
한
talk
달이고
to
두
100
달이고
people
하다
every
보면은
day,
진짜
1 month
적극적이면서
and 2 months
알아서 할
later,
사람
you would be able
찾아낼
to
수 있을까요,
find
없을까요?
the right person.
있어요.
You can find that
그리고
person.
그것을 하다 보면은 이제 내 파트너들이
And if you keep doing that, let's say you have 10 partners, 100 partners, your partner, like 10 or 100, your partner will do the exactly same thing. In that way, the number of people you will talk to will be 10,000 every day, and you might find the very one from that number. So let's say you need to talk to 100 people a day, and you need to get used to it every day.
나중에 여러분의 파트너들 10,000명을 움직일 수가 있어요.
And then later, all of your partner will move 10,000 people. And let's say that 10,000 people talk to 100 people every
그게
day.
있어요, 없어요? 진주가
And then you will find a per from that large number. So I said that this is a game of probability. Atomy sells a necessity, absolute quality, absolute price product. And then this is the product that people would repeat purchasing because it has a quality and an affordable price. This only could be possible only in Atomy. No other network company, direct selling company could not do that.
내가 전에 쓰던 거보다 품질도 별로야.
because I've already used that product and the product were not really good, that the price were not really affordable, and then after that the customer will not buy it again. But the Atomy is different. Once you introduce a product
어때요?
to customer,
놀라워.
they might be surprised with the quality and the price.
지금 우리 화장품 있잖아요. 네. 우리 화장품은요. absolute 화장품.
Let's take an example of the Absolute.
세종대왕상 받은
It
거예요.
won the King Sejong Award,
기술상.
King Sejong Technology Award.
상은 좀 들어봤을 거예요.
You might heard of Chang Young-sing Award before, but King Sejong Award is quite different.
중에서도
Among the every invention patents, only the winner, only the number one product could got this award.
그러니까 대한민국이
So
전 세계 최고의 기술 강국이에요.
you know that Korea is a technology powerhouse in the world. We have the largest number of patents. It's about 100 to 150,000 patents every year. And it contains semiconductor product like jet or missiles, battery product, technology, shipbuilding.
엄청난 첨단 기술.
So many cutting-edge technologies of Korea are added, like LED, home appliances as well.
기술 강국이기 때문에
Korea is a technology powerhouse, which means that we have so many patent technologies. We have the largest number of patents.
그 중에서 1등을 한
And among that technologies,
그거를 화장품이 받았다는 거예요. 화장품.
cosmetic product won the King Sejong Award. It is really unexpected, unprecedented.
어떻게 가지고 화장품이
Then how come the cosmetic product
이런 뭐
could compete with missiles, submarine, defense industry, and so on?
기술상을 주자.
And cosmetic product won the technology award,
화장품이 아닌 거예요. 지금까지
winning all over these kind of products. So this is the one and only product. This is the unprecedented product. This is the combination of the medical technology and the cutting-edge technology. Let's take an example of anti-cancer drug. If we inject this into the body, it kills the normal cells and the cancer cells as well. So we can't just inject this into the body, and we need to, if we protect the human body, we need to use drug delivery system. That drug delivery system is joint with cosmetic technology. Let's say that if you apply the whitening product on your face, it is not really observed in your skin. There is a cells related to the whitening effect, and this product could function on the melanin cells, and it is really targeting that cells exactly. If we use that product with the DDS technology, it is exactly targeting that cell. So the technology that target exactly the cells is well observed and well applied into this cosmetic. That's why it is the world best cosmetics, and that's how we could win these kind of awards.
여러분들이 지금 우리 화장품이 가격이 비싸지가 않단 말이에요.
Our cosmetic products, not only our but also other products, are so affordable.
거기보다도 더 싸 어떤 의미에서.
Sometimes our product is much more cheaper than that of the discount store and the department store.
20만 원도 안 되는 10분의 1 가격에 우리가
So it's supposed to be sold at 2 million Korean won, but it is less than 300,000 Korean won.
화장품뿐만이 아니에요.
It is also applied to the other parts. Let's take an example of hemohim.
건강 이런 기능식품으로서는
This is immunity boost health functional food. This is the number one product in Korea when it comes to the immune system boost.
이제 연세가 좀 드셔가잖아요.
You know, I'm getting older,
그러다 보니까 요즘은 좀 움직이면
so these days I feel fatigued and tired frequently. So before I took 2 sachets, but these days I'm getting more sachets. So I wake up in the morning
보통
with more energies than before.
뭐 아침이나 저녁 때
in the evening or in the morning,
자전거를 탑니다.
I ride a bike for like 100 kilometers. And it means that I ride a bike for about 5 hours. But
해모임 덕분인가 계속
still,
하고 있는 거예요. 그런데 하여간
I'm really energized. So I'm like doing my own experiments. Is it thanks to hemohim or not? So when it comes to the fatigueness or the gut or the stomach diseases, stomach health, hemohim is also helpful for that condition. It also have the patent for these kind of functions. It also good for boosting the immunity. It is good for improving the fatigueness. So when we did the experiment before,
안 해요. 근데 지금부터 거의
like
20년 다 돼가요.
20 years ago, and at an early stage of the hemohim development,
생쥐를 집어넣어요.
we put mice in the cylinder
해모임을 막 먹여.
and we injected hemohim on one cylinder, and we didn't inject hemohim in the other cylinder, and we let the mice swim in that cylinder, and the one without hemohim
그래가지고 꼬르륵 죽어.
is drowned.
먹은 애들은
But
계속해서
the mice with hemohim
훨씬 더 오래 버티고
kept swimming
그러니까 근육
and survived. So when it comes to the fatigueness in the muscle, it has proven its effectiveness. I know that these days we are not really doing the animal experiment, but before, like 20 years ago, it was possible. So it is scientifically proven already.
면역력 증강뿐만 아니고
Not only the immune system, but also the fatigueness could be improved and enhanced by hemohim. We already had the patent for this effectiveness with hemohim.
이제 계속 한번 먹은 분들이 효과를 보면은
So once you find the effectiveness of hemohim, you might keep eating it.
더 사시다 돌아가셨는데
My mother passed away at her age of 100 years. So when she was 80 years,
금방 돌아가실 줄 알았는데
her health condition was really bad.
몇 년을 더
But she lived another 10 or 20 years and she passed away. And I think it all thanks to hemohim.
잘안 돌아가시더라고.
She lived more than her life expectancy. Like, we already had this tool.
한 가지 해야 될 게 있어.
And what you need to do is this. Do you want to be
부자가 되면은 여러 가지로 좀 편해요.
rich? Yes, I know that. Rich people might live a comfortable life,
못 되는 가장
but there's one reason that you cannot be rich. That is,
부자 될 생각을 안 해.
you don't think
그런 사람이
of being
누가 있냐고
rich.
부자 시켜주면 다 하지. 안 할 사람이 누가 있냐고 그러는데 실상은요 시켜주면 하지.
The reality is that
시켜주면 하는데 자기가 부자 될 생각은 안 하는 사람.
you don't really try to be rich and you don't imagine the life of a rich person every day.
이렇게 해서 쭉
We met Atomy
싸고 좋아서 쓰고 싸고
and
좋아서
we
쓰고
use a
싸고
lot of
자기한테
good product at an
자기한테
affordable
파는
price.
사람들이
You sell the product yourself and we have that kind of people and you can make 100 million Korean won a month. And this is the business that we have, and you already admit that we can make 100 million Korean won a month. We get crazy, so happy. But you don't get crazy because you don't believe it.
무슨 한 달에 1억씩을 버냐고.
And some of you might think that, how come I can make 100 million Korean won? It will not happen to me. And you are just strongly believing in this one, and you firmly believe it.
먼저는 한 달에
So first of all, you need to
부자가 되겠다 하는 생각을 하는 것이
think of yourself making 100 million Korean won a month.
그러면은 여러분들이 지금 인생 시나리오를 작성을 하세요.
Let's say and then you need to write your life scenario.
인생 시나리오 작성하는 거 다 받으셨죠?
Of course, I know that you might get the paper of the life scenario, and you need to write down your life scenario. And when you write down it,
진짜 나 이렇게 될 수만 있다면 나 미쳐버려. 잠 못 자 아마.
you need to have a mind that if I achieve this dream, I might get crazy.
아유, 나 300만 나왔으면 너무 좋겠다 한 달에.
And if you say that, oh, I just want to 3 million Korean won, make 3 million won a month, and you can write down it. But in that way, you might not get crazy.
미쳤냐 이 짓을 하게 그러면서 때려치워. 그런데 하루에 300만 원씩 나오는.
But let's say that you can make 3 million Korean won a day and 100 million Korean won a month.
그렇기 때문에 여러분들이
You might not give up. And that way you could be successful.
여러분들이요, 적은 목표를 세우는 것보다는 큰 목표를
So please make your dream
세우시라는
bigger.
거예요. 자, 큰 목표를
So
세우면
first of all, set a bigger dream.
난관을 쉽게 넘어갈 수가 있어요.
And then you could overcome a lot of difficulties and obstacles easier than before. Let's say there is a rock in front of you, and if the wheel is smaller than the rock, it is really difficult to run over the rock. But if you have a large wheel, it is better for you to tumble over the rock. So what is important is to have a bigger dream. If you have a bigger dream, you could overcome every difficulties or obstacle. The size of dream is really important, and there's no dream in the world which is 100% achievable. There's no 100% achievable dream in the world.
나 어디 가서 한 100만 원 벌어봐야 되겠다. 그런 꿈은요 100% 거의
And I think the dream, like 100% achievable dream is like this. I can make 1 million won a month in Korea. This kind of dream could be possibly like achievable, but this kind of dream will not change your life.
꿈은 가능성이 낮을수록 좋아요.
It is better to have a low possibility when you have a dream, because 100 million Korean won a month is 90% possible or 10% possible. I think it is less than 10%. There is less than 10% a possibility to make 100 million won a month. But the successful person challenges that 1% of possibility. Let's say you're in the dark cave. You might see the blink of the light at the end of the cave, and it is the size of the coin. And there are people who could get through it and don't get through it. And if you are the one who don't get through it, you might die in the cave. But if you see the small lights at the end of the cave, and if you keep walking through it, you might find that the size of the light will get bigger and bigger, and you will go out of the cave finally. That's why if you have a really less possibility of your dream, you need to take challenge. You need to get crazy. When you write your dream down on your life scenario, don't discount your dream. Just write down it. And you need to declare that dream to the people around you, and people will tell you crazy. And if people say that, there might be a possibility of achieving the dream. The people who was told crazy could be successful. I think you are not yet told crazy because you don't have big dream. If you want to be told crazy, you need to have a bigger dream. And for example, you will be an imperial master making 100 million won a month. In the process, you will make 3 million, 5 million, 10 million, but your final destination should be the one making 100 million Korean won. And the method and the way is to talk to 100 people every day. Some people tell me, do I have to do this on a rainy day? Yes, you don't care about it. You need to meet 50 people or 100 people. Regardless of the number, you need to do it every day. You don't need to really stick to the number itself. What is important is to meet people every day. Kim Kwang-yeol, Imperial Master, met 300 people every day before. He kept talking to people on the street every day, and
이제 여러분들
after doing that, after repeating it, you might meet the very one.
했는데 대답을 못해서 갑갑하다. 괜찮아요. 그런 걸 계속 한 달, 두 달, 1년
And
하다
you need to
보면은
keep
나중에
it
어떤 질문
a
하더라도
month, 2 months, or
질문이고
3 months, and you will get a
답을
frequent
여러분들이
questions,
다
and you might answer to every question. It is kind of
좋은
training.
훈련이에요.
Success is all about training yourself. You need to go outside.
근데 다 안 나가도 돼. 나는 그냥
Actually,
물건만 쓰겠다.
You don't need to go outside. If you want to use the product itself and you don't want to be successful, okay, go stick to it. And you could live your own life. Then, if you really, really want to be successful,
한이 맺혀 그냥 성공 안 하면은 그런 분들은 그렇게 나서서 하시지
you need to go outside and do the same thing.
여러분 띄워줘요.
Please pop it up. Please.
키워드 꺼버리고 막 끝내라고 그러지 말고.
Don't close my keywords.
키워드 띄워봐요.
I don't want to close here. Please pop up the keywords.
우리 직원들이 징해야
I don't want to end here.
자 글씨 좀 줄여가지고 다 띄워주세요.
So make the font smaller and pop up my keywords. So everyone, you need to write your life scenario. You need to rewrite it every month.
이 방법을 통해서
And
지금
in this
성공자들이
way,
나오고 있고
we've already made a lot of successful people.
세계에서 지금 애터미에 대해서 열망하는
There are a
사람들,
lot of
열광하는
people
사람들은
globally
넘쳐나고 있어요.
who are eager to be successful with Atomy.
그거
There are a
다른
bunch of
사람이
people out
성공하도록
there.
놔둘 거예요.
You
여러분이
don't
성공해야
let them
되겠어요.
successful, and you
여러분이
need to be the
성공하시라.
protagonist who will be successful with Atomy. Here from Turkey, we have a lot of participants, a lot of Atomy members.
저기 파란 옷 입고 있는 분들은 누구죠?
The ones in blue shirts, blue t-shirts. Who are you?
타일랜드?
Oh, Thailand.
아 예. 지금 애터미는요, 이 새로운 시대에 정말 미래 비즈니스 모델이에요.
Atomy is the business model of the future in this new era. From now on, we need to focus on the platform business. In order to do the platform business, you need to invent the platform by yourself.
그런데 여러분들이 그거를 만들 수 있으면 하세요.
If you could do it, do it. Like you could make Naver, you could make other platform, and you could earn like trillion won. But if you can't, you need to use the already made system. You need to buy the system. For example, like you could start the McDonald's or the KFC. You could buy it with like billions of won, and you will not fail. But if you have the money, or if you don't have the capability, the only way will be Atomy, because in Atomy we've already had the system. We already made it. And let's take an example of vehicle. We've already invented engine, transmission, and brakes, and the wheels, and so on. We've already made it, and we are just providing you the key. And the only thing you have to do is to turn on the key and drive the vehicle. So if you're not able to make the vehicle, you could drive with the system of Atomy. Like this, you don't need to develop the platform by yourself. You can use the platform Atomy already created. And the only thing you have to do is to deliver the information to the people around you. You don't need to invent the logistics system, accounting system, computing system, product design, logistics, and so on. Everything will be covered by Atomy. And you will earn lots of money, like more than your salaries. And this is the platform business we are providing.
The future will be the hyper-connected society. And this connected society, what is this?
플랫폼이라는 것이
A
다 연결
platform, the
연결시키는 거예요.
platforms are something
그런데
that
그런
connect everything.
하이퍼 커넥티드
And thus a hyper connected
연결
society,
차에서 여러분들이 그냥
what
다른
you
플랫폼에 매달려만 있으면은요
need
돈이
to
안 돼요.
do
그러니까 여러분들이
is that
거기에 주인이
you
돼야
need to
된다는
become the master of the
애터미는
platform.
여러분들이 플랫폼
If you
주인이
just
될 수
try to
있도록
just
이렇게
use the
만들어 놓은 거예요.
platform, then
그래서 주변
you cannot
사람들에게
make money.
알려만
But
주면
Atomy
된다 하는 겁니다.
makes you the master of the platform. So
여러분들이 크게
all the
부자가
things that
될 수
you need to do
있도록
is to
애터미는
provide
이런
information to
플랫폼
others. So
비즈니스에다가 절대
we have the
품질, 절대
platform
가격으로
business, and we have absolute
되어
price
있는
and
거예요.
absolute
그래서 주변
quality.
사람들에게
You
정보
can
전달만
deliver
하면은 그
information
연결은
to
자동으로 만들어져요.
your friends,
그런데
and
내
that
능력이
connection
아니고
will be
나보다 더
created
똑똑한
automatically.
사람이 내
And
밑으로 들어올 수 있는
if
시스템이
in
바로
this
애터미
system,
비즈니스다 하는 겁니다.
smarter than
그러니까
the
애터미
person who are
비즈니스를
smarter
하면서
can come to your downline. This is Atomy business.
잘 움직이지도 않는 사람들 자꾸 야 카드 내나 카드 긁어 갖고 직급 맞추자 이따위 짓 하면은요.
And
그건 다른
those who
데하고
are
똑같이
not
그거 하지
working a
마세요.
lot, and those who are
그래서
just
여러분들이
using their credit cards to maintain
도전을
their
하되
position,
건강한 도전을
that
해야 돼요.
is not the
그러니까
right way.
직급까지
You should challenge, but
맞춰놓으면은
you should take on
그럼
challenges, but
건강한
you should
도전이
take
아니에요.
on
그런 거 하지
healthy
마세요.
challenges.
그런 거
Don't do
해봐야
that.
무너져.
Don't make
억지로
the
올려놨으니까
stocks,
무너지죠.
because
무너지면
it is
어떤
not
얘기를
natural,
하냐면은
and that
애터미 사업 너무
would
힘들다 안 된다 그래.
eventually fall.
지가
And
원래
after
여기까지밖에 안 했는데
failure,
억지로 카드 긁어갖고
you
올려놓고
might say,
했는데 다
Atomy
무너졌어요.
doesn't work.
정신 당연히 무너지지 그거는.
And that is very natural thing that
그러니까
those
그런 거
people
하지
would
마세요.
feel.
그냥 어떻게 하냐면
Don't do that. Don't do the betting.
매일
Don't
알려가지고 진짜
use your own
팔팔하게
credit
뛸수
card.
있는 그런
What you need to
사람들의
do
이
is
숫자를
to
늘려나가는
find those
거.
people who
소비자를
are very
늘려나가고
active, who are
하루에
very
100명씩에게
passionate. You need to
얘기할
increase
사람을
the number of
늘려나가는 거.
consumers. We need to
이것만이
find
애터미
someone who
사업의
can talk to
핵심이다
100
하는
people
거예요.
every day. That
이게
is the
건강한
key
도전이에요.
part
내가
of Atomy.
100명을
That is
이기겠다는 그 도전을
healthy
해야지.
challenge. You need to
카드를
take on
가지고
challenges
지급하겠다.
and talk to 100 people every day. You
호목댕이들은
should
그걸
not
잘라버려야 되겠다.
use your own credit card
카드 긁지 마세요.
to
아셨죠?
get promotion. Don't do that, right?
그럼 망하는 거예요.
Understand?
다른 다단계들
That
다
way you
그렇게
would
해가지고
fail.
망했어요.
Other network marketing companies fail that way. Don't do
그리고
that.
뭐 그렇게 하면 해야만 성공한다고 하는 스폰서들
And
그런
those
말 절대
the
듣지 마세요. 다
sponsors,
사기꾼들이야.
they say you can become successful
사기꾼
only
많아요, 이 안에.
in that way. Then they are actually
시험 봐가지고
liars.
되는 거 아니거든. 면접에 가고
There are
되는
a
게
lot
아니거든.
of liars
자기 발로
here
다 왔기 때문에
because
자기
they
운동하고 센터장
come
중에도
to
사기꾼이
us
있거든.
by themselves, and we have those center leaders on the stage, and they look like angels, but we have a lot of liars among them. So you need to find some ways to tell them you should not use your own credit card to buy products to get position. The next month, what should you do? Next month, you should use your own credit card every month. And that way you would fail, you would fall down, and you would say, I did my best. No way.
근데 여러분, 뭐 이렇게 인생 애터미를 통해서 임페리얼
Through Atomy, you can become an imperial master and you can become successful. But there is one thing that is a very big problem. Everyone dies.
성공했죠.
I am successful, right?
성공했는데
I succeeded a lot.
그런데 저도
But I also die. I would also die.
이 애터미에서 해결이 안 되는 문제가 있어.
There is something that cannot be solved at Atomy.
여러분,
Only
이
one
네트워크
thing.
마케팅을 하는
And this is for marketing.
쓰리 리치래요. 세
We
가지
can
부자가
become
되는
rich
거예요.
in
하나는
three
머니
ways.
리치. 여러분 한 달에
Number one,
이억
money
벌면
rich. You
부자예요,
can
아니에요?
earn
충분해.
100K every month. That is enough. You don't have to try to earn even more, because it is very stressful to spend a lot of money every month. So
더 필요도 없더라고.
not more than that. Just $100K is enough.
돈 쓰는 죄
Especially
안 지면 돈
those
쓸 일이 없어, 나.
Gentlemen, they don't actually have any reason to spend a lot of money for me as well.
머니 리치 한 달에 1억이면
So you
충분해요.
can become money rich. $100K every month, and you need to become friend rich as well. You should not become very lonely, and we would have a lot of friends globally. I have a lot of friends, and many people tell me they want to take photo with me. And you can also become time rich. You can become rich in 3 ways. That is the goal of network marketing industry. But regarding time rich, this is about you can do everything you want, and you can have the choice not to do that or what you don't want to do. That it means you are time rich. That's possible if you have $100K every month. That can make you very free, and you can go travel with your family, and you can become time rich. But that is not persistent. That is not something that we can maintain forever. So the creator, he gave us 2 different kinds of life. The first one is lasts only 100 times. Everyone has that life. But if the life lasts only for 100 years, that means creature failed. And that 100-year life is called bias. And actually, we have one more life that is something long-lasting. And we need to find the tree of life and creature in order to give us those life, joy. Eternal life. He gave us the eternal life. And if you are given the eternal life, then our body would also change. So the body that we are using is something that would only last 100 years, and we would get older, right? Everyone here is old, including myself. So the house made by the moth would die. That is why we are buried under the ground. I really hope that Atomians can become money rich, friend rich, and more importantly, I also want you to become time rich. After being successful, I think that if it's the last life for me, success doesn't mean anything if you become imperial. You would still die. And if you die as an imperial, you might feel very sorry. You might feel very sad. Those who are poor might feel like, that's okay, because I'm poor, but you have a lot of money, you have great house, big house, but you die. Next month, you would still get that $100K, but you die. That would frustrate you. So I hope everyone can enjoy the second life, the eternal life. I hope everyone can enjoy that blessing. If I say this thing every for the entire day, not many people would not be happy. So next Friday at Atomy Park, from morning until a very late night, we have the revival meeting at Atomy Park, and I hope everyone can enjoy the revival meeting and blessing. I hope everyone, I bless you everyone, and I wish you an eternal life as well. Thank you. Once again, please give him a big hand for his vision lecture.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.